What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Mr. Mitos. Back with another video. So welcome to the channel, guys. For everyone that's new to the channel, appreciate you stopping by, checking me out, and decided to pull the trigger on something new to me. You feel me? I currently do not own any type of Mojave 6S. I never had a desire to own a Mojave. Not until I started wrenching on those groms. So the Mojave groms, and just driving those and just having a blast running those and building on those, it just sparked my interest to really know what a full-size Mojave actually runs like. I've never driven one, never owned one. I've actually never seen one running in person, you feel me? So been doing my homework and been looking online, wanting to buy one, wanting to customize one. Did not want to buy a new one for the things that I want to do to it. And if I was to go out and buy a used EXB or an EXB where someone's selling it, they want a pretty penny for it. So that left me with buying used, buying a roller, parting out, a Mojave to build my own. So that's what I did. So what you see in front of you is an actual Mojave that I got from Offerup. So I met up with a guy and was able to, make a deal with him for the body as well as the roller that's underneath here. So of course the body is including the roll cages from a Mojave EXB, you feel me? So this body is like brand new. He said that he has multiple Mojave EXBs and never used this body. And I looked over the body and there's no scratches. There's no blemishes on this body. It's literally a brand new body. Even under the carriage of it, it's like new, it's like brand new. So I was able to grab this, the body, roll cage, the little guys in the center, you feel me? See if I can turn this around for you guys. Get a good look at it. You know what I mean? Great condition. Like new condition. I would say this is probably a 9.5 out of 10 out the box. So I was able to grab this. And if you guys know, these are $137 brand new. So just let that, so just level set with the cost here. The body alone is $137, right? So that doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Let me just move this out the way for a second so you can focus on the body. Here's the lid. I did not know that the rear vents is already open on the 6S, so that's pretty dope. Let me flip it over so you guys can see the interior or the underbelly of it. No scratches, no wear and tear, no nothing. It's clean. Very, very clean. So I was able to get this body, guys, and I got a roller. So the roller is in great condition. The roller's in great condition for what I got it for. So the roller the roller and the body I got for 300 bucks. So he wanted 120 for the body and he wanted 260, 280, I'm sorry, for the chassis. For the roller. I got it for 320 bucks. So, and what I got was, as you guys can see, it's a full roller minus the components and a little bling with the chassis mounts, but chassis braces, but I'm actually gonna take those out Check it out. There was some surface rust, guys. It looks like there was some cleaning and the water sat on the screws, you know, rusted the screws out. So I did my due diligence and just wiped it down, cleaned it, and then sprayed my silicone lubricant over it overnight, and rust is gone. You feel me? And then I was able to really like dive in and see what I wanted to keep and what I wanted to replace here on the actual roller. So right off the rip, the body mounts is great. Shocks is decent. What I did see that I'm going to replace is the rear bumper. So there's a lot of, there's a lot of abuse on the bumper, which is expected when you're bashing. So I want to replace the bumper in the rear. In order to replace the bumper in the rear, you also get the replacement for the front. The front is not as bad because it's covered, So all this gets replaced with that whole bumper when you replace the bumper. I want to replace the rear hubs. So the hubs are kind of chewed. Let's see if I can get some light here. The hubs are kind of chewed up, maybe because of the tires that the wheels they were running on it were rubbing. So on both sides, the hubs are chewed in the rear. The front is okay. I mean, they're doable. There's not a lot of wear on the front hub carrier, so that's pretty straight. On the inside, let me see. On the inside, I am missing the motor plate. So I have to get a new motor plate if I'm gonna run, a 46 series can or smaller. So I have to get a motor plate. Center diff and all the diffs are good. All the diffs are good. I don't plan on replacing the diffs unless, they go bad or what have you. So everything else is here, but here's the thing that I am going to replace. So when I flipped it over, I was like, yeah, they really use this. So you guys can see they were probably running it in the desert, over a lot of rocks and whatnot, which is expected. But as you can see how the skid plates are really chewed up on the front and rear. So I'm replacing those as well as the arms too. The arms are straight. They're just a little bit more chewed up for me. Since I don't run, my car is in gravel. You know what I'm saying? It's more or less in the field and grass, what have you. So I'll never see this type of, construction done to the bottom of a chassis unless I'm really like just running it through the desert. Even at the bottom of here, I just let you know it's been putting in work. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna replace all of these parts here. The side pieces are straight. So I don't really care. Like these are good condition. The body's in good condition. It didn't come with any wheels or anything of that nature, but I do have, let me grab these over here. I do have these guys. These are from your Corrali Asuga. So I'm gonna mount these guys on there and just see what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? If I like the way that they look, I'm gonna keep them. If not, then I'll be looking for me some short course truck tires, and we'll go from there. So with that being said, guys, I did place an order online for some hub carriers for the front and rear from Vidavon, and a few more pieces. So what I've got so far is the EXB braces, front and rear, bolts, some nuts to put the tires on because I don't have any of those. I may go after the red joints. EXB shock tower. I believe this one is the front. Same thing with the arms. These are the front lower. The rear is on its way. Skid plates, front and rear, motor plate. And then here's the bumpers, guys. as well. Got a few pieces that I'm gonna go ahead and slap on here. These guys back on when I'm done. Let's get it.
3 days later.
All right, guys, it's been a couple days since I last picked up the camera to update you guys with the Mojave. So here's where we stand at now with the chassis. So I pretty much stripped down the things that I wanted to, and I'm now getting ready to build the things that I have available. So those are the parts that I showed you earlier, and just got some Vidavon parts in the mail. So we're gonna go ahead and start putting this together. All right, guys, I decided to catch you guys back on here really quick. Just wanted to give you a progress update. So I'm test fitting the 1250 kV that came out of the Vigilante with this 30 tooth pinion. Just checking to see what size pinions can fit in this housing, this Vidavon housing. So got the Vidavon housing, Vidavon chassis, Vidavon not links, but you see what I'm talking about, hubs, and gonna go with the EXB diff housings. It should be here tomorrow, and gonna put it all together. Still waiting on a set of my rear A-arms. Amazon is on that BS. They have not been delivered yet. They should have been here yesterday, and they're not being delivered today either, so I don't know where they are. So, but I'm still going to go ahead and put it together. Looks like they gave me a hat too, guys. That's crazy. Maybe that's something that they're doing now. I don't know. Little Vidavon cap. I will not be wearing that, but it is what it is. And still on the fence whether or not if I'm going to go with this 1250. I may go with the 1250 from Hobby Wing and run it with that ESC over there temporarily until I get me a Max 6, a G2. But in the meantime, just to mock it up, just to check everything out, I'm gonna go with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some more pieces on here, get closer and closer to the finish line. Let's get it. Alright guys, check it out. Here we are as of today. Here's where we were. Everything you see over there outside of the center diff is stripped. So I couldn't get it off. I didn't really care to use the center chassis braces, and the whole assembly over there stripped, which is why I had to buy a whole new one. So if it wasn't stripped, I would be using it. Other than that, here's where we are today. Check it out. This is your Losi, not Losi, what the hell I'm talking about? Arrma Mojave. Custom. Still waiting on a few more pieces. Just got my bell crank assembly in the mail. So I got the post. I had to rebuy those. I had to buy everything separate, guys. So right now we're running a 46 tooth spur, 30 tooth pinion, 2050 kV motor, game changer fan. I don't know what this gearing gonna do, but we gonna see. And here's where we are. Add a few more pieces to it, and then we're gonna be able to put it back together. Put the bumpers on it, put the side pieces on it over there, put the tires on it, and we're gonna be done. Let's get it. Alright, we're in the home stretch. Finally got the servo installed and the steering assembly. All of that's buttoned up. Had to add a spacer, as you guys can see, because it made the servo sit taller up off of the chassis with this brace. So I added a spacer, longer screw, good as gold. Was able to add the bumper, place the bumper on. So the front end is good to go. Check it out. Really, really fast, powerful servo. This is a 45 kg servo that I got off of Amazon. It's quick. So, shocks, drain the air, taking out all the whole shabazz with the shocks. The rear end has not been placed on. You can see the bumper right there because I am missing the rear mount support. That's these guys right here. Wanted the screw stripped, so the bolt that ties in on the other end of the screw was just turning, and I couldn't get the screw out, so I broke it. So, and I ordered a new set, a billet set of this, so I'll have that in the mail in a couple days. Then I'll be able to run that through here, through these two bolts here. It sits there, goes through the holes in the back of the shock tower, comes around here, then bolts there, and then bolts here. These two holes here. I can't get to those holes with the bumper on, so that's why the rear bumper isn't on. Front bumper's on, good to go. Also have a chassis skid plate installed underneath it. You know, I'll go further in detail once I got the side markers on, as well as the back bumper, and then I'll go over everything that I've done. Almost done. Let's get it. All right, here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and give you a really quick 360 look at the Mojave. So right off the rip, we're gonna start with the Corrali Asuga tires. Check these bad boys out. Behind those tires, we're running with the Vidavon hubs, front and in the rear. Let's see if we can get some light in there. Yeah, but those hubs is in there. Squeeze up in here really quick. We have the, first off, we have a 45 kg speed torque servo, Amazon special. That mug is pretty quick. I had to dial it down because it was turning too fast. That's how fast it turned, and I'll show you guys. Steering assembly, had to replace that because the screws stripped out. Top plate, top mount. Still rocking the factory upper arm and turnbuckle. We have the Arrma EXB bulkhead and shock tower, Amazon special shocks. These got really good reviews. The shock cap as well as the shock protector is a billet. Pretty dope. I went with these because first off, the springs are black and the springs are stiffer. These have a custom oil combo that I put in here for myself. Helps with the sagging of the rear once you hit the gas, so it doesn't sag as much, and you don't have to tighten these down, the springs down, to prevent that from happening. Over at the top, I am running the 8S setup, a 1250 kV combo, which is your old school Hobby Wing ESC, from the Red Cat Vigilante. That is the Vidavon transmission with a 30-tooth pinion connecting with a 46-tooth spur with 100K diff oil in it. So I'll go ahead and swing it around to the rear. Had a hell of a time getting this center brace chassis, I'm sorry, the rear chassis brace, center brace together. It's a really tight fit. You really got to do things in a sequence and can't do it all. Tighten one up, tighten the other, tighten the bottom. Like, everything got to be loose so that you can put it together and then go around tightening everything up. If you don't, that back brace, this back chassis brace is not going to fit. It took me a minute to figure that out. The screw that's in here off of the factory fit perfect, but on this mount it's too shallow, so I just pushed the screw in there and it ain't going anywhere. Probably just getting a longer screw if I was really serious about needing that. Other than that, same thing in the front, same thing in the rear. Vidavon front and rear bulkhead right here. These bad boys right here in the front too. Those are Vidavon. Let's see here. Got a makeshift light bar in the back. These are actually two pieces that I taped together and zip tied it down so I can have me a brake light, a thin brake light in the back. So let me turn it on here really quick so you guys can check it out. Here's my power button right there. I'll turn it on. Check it out. For some odd reason, like, this little light keep flickering. If it start to bother me, I'm gonna snatch this off and send it right back to Amazon. No cap. But here you guys go. This is actually a 6S LiPo. So I'm gonna run it on 6S. This is a 4S battery. This is for the fan. Let me plug this bad boy in. This bug is super loud. I don't know if you guys, how many are familiar with Game Changer and the fans that he create. These fans is super powerful. They're a little pricey. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Damn if I can get it. Hold on. Yeah, they're a little pricey, but they're worth it. Super loud. But it's moving a ton of air. It's moving a grip of air. This is for my light on the body, light bar that I have mounted on the body. But yeah, guys, here we have it. This is your Mojave. It's now an EXB. You feel me? This is how it should have came, to be honest with you. Just like this. AKA bread bottoms. Sneakerheads know what I'm talking about when I say bread. But here we have it, guys. Next thing up is to get it outside and dial it in and get a run in. Let's get it.